Hey guys, it's David and welcome back to the Weird Kid Show. It's so awesome having you here today. Thank you for joining us. We're back again with the mask situation, okay? But this time I'm not going to be doing the same character as I did last time. I told you in the last video I saw a number of different characters that I could make with this mask that I sculpted, and that's what I'm going to do. In this one, I'm going to make a winter warlock, okay? Not the winter warlock, but a winter warlock. And I'm going to give this mask away. I'm going to give you the details at the end of this video, so hang tight, all right? So, this is the mask I'm going to use. This is one of the poles. It's a thick pole. Let me just show you real quick. This is kind of what it looks like when you pull it out, all right? You got all this flashing on here, which is the overspill. The eyes and the nostrils are still intact. And then I got a tiny little hole in the plaster, so I got this little booger on the side here that I need to trim off. I think I'm going to go ahead and patch that little hole in there to do away with that, but it doesn't take anything away from the mask. So what I need to do is take my scissors, and this one's already been started. This is the one I'm actually going to use. What I need to do is take my scissors and cut out the eyes and then cut out the nose, okay? And then just like last time, I'm going to take my leather hole punch and I'm going to attach elastic straps to that, and then we're going to go on to the painting. So hang tight and make sure you stick around to learn how you can win this mask when it's done. See you here in a second. Alright guys, and we're back. And like I said, I went ahead and strapped this thing. I used the smallest bit to punch the hole in the latex through the elastic, and then I attach it and then I wrap it around my head to measure, and then attach the whole thing. And I use 3 rivets on each part. I know probably 2 is enough, but I want to make sure that it's sturdy, good quality. Then I took my alcohol, okay, and with a rag I went and wiped this whole thing down. That's to remove oils. A little something there, but to remove the oils from the skin, maybe some leftover baby powder, whatever. We just do not want any kind of residue on this thing. Alright, so now I'm ready to paint this thing. So we're not going to go with the last time. Last time I started with a gray scale and ended up with like a green skin. Today I'm going to start with blue and white, because I'm going to do a winter warlock. Alright, so he's going to be based out in a blue, but not a dark blue. I'm going to base him out with a light blue, which is going to be like the indication of like cold and frost. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and add some white. This paint here is made by Monster Makers, okay? And it's made specifically for latex mask painting, and it's already got it's got the latex in it and everything, but you can mix your own. You can use house paint from Home Depot, and then add your latex to that, and then water. You're going to want to use distilled water too, or you can use acrylic and latex. So let me see if this is a good. Alright, I like that. That's a good color. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and paint this whole thing. Got some drips already. This stuff is watery. That's one thing you'll find if you don't have experience painting masks and using this paint. It's really runny. It's not like an acrylic or anything else. It's super thin. Sometimes you'll have to do a couple of coats, but it adheres really good when you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and base this thing out, maybe give it another coat, and we're going to come back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. All right, guys, and we're back. And as you can see, you know, I was told that when you paint with this latex paint, when it dries a darker shade. Okay, and I'm starting to see that, and this is helpful because now this is where I am starting to learn what the different colors will do when you put it on latex. Okay, because I mixed this up, it was a lot lighter. Maybe you can see, probably not, but I assure you it's a lighter shade of blue, but it dried almost, to me, looks kind of like a turquoise. That's not going to cut it, but that's okay because we're going to use that as a base for the shadows. We're going to start building up from there on the high points, okay? I blacked out the teeth, gums, because in the end of the day, I want the black in between the teeth, so that's going to stay, and I needed to base that anyway, so I just went ahead and did black. I'm not worried about slop over. I did get a little drop of black here and a little drop of blue in there. I'm not worried about that. Teeth are going to be last. My focus is on the large anatomy. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take some, just a drop of this blue this time. Just a drop. Alright, and then I'm going to put a lot more white. I'm going to do a little bit here for you, and then I'm going to jump on this thing and come back to you. Just for the sake of, because I still got the brush. I clean it with alcohol, but it's got these little gummies in it now. This little rubber balls. I imagine I could do it, but I don't want to risk getting the little rubber balls in there. You see, I don't want any more texture than what I've got. I'm gonna start. My texture is gonna be through paint. So then we'll go ahead and use another chip brush. That's why you're going to want to buy a lot of these things, man. I'm telling you, buy a lot. They come in handy. And I got these too. These are at Dollar Tree. And it just comes with 5 brushes. Different. And you know what? I've already used a couple. And I cleaned them immediately after with alcohol. And my goodness, it seems like they clean up pretty well too, so that might be a little secret there. But anyways, we're gonna put them aside. So yes, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go super light and do a dusting with that. All right. We're gonna see what this does. I don't even know what this is gonna do. So I want to go light. I don't really, those ridges or the wrinkles, if you will, I need them to stay the color that I initially painted. So that's why I'm going really light on this guy. I want to see what happens here. Go over to the side. And this is fun. I mean, I'll tell you, when I say goodbye, I'll see you in a few minutes, and I turn off the camera and start working on this thing a little bit, I'll go ahead and put on a movie. I got the TV right over there, and I'm not technically watching it, but it's just really cool to have that in the background, and gives me a chance to, like, I listened to Friday the 13th, the final chapter, which is my favorite Friday the 13th. You know, it's nostalgic for me. I like to watch that one, and so yeah, I'll put that on and just listen to it because I already have seen it a million times. So I just listen to them talking, and I know what's going on. And while I'm here painting monsters, it's watching a monster movie or listening to a monster movie and making monsters. Well, it doesn't get any better than that, really. So yeah, and right now when I take a break to work on this thing a bit more, I've got Creep Show on. That's my favorite. Not the film. I've got the series on there, and I watched them quite a few times because, as most of you, or some of you, or most of you know, Creep Show, the first movie, the movie is my favorite. It's my favorite movie. I love that movie. It's got I've got such a history with that movie. It's I think I've told the story before, but yeah, I saw it in the movie theater when it came out, and it made such a huge impact on me. Absolutely love that film. And it was, I think it was was November, and we were off school for some reason. I think I was like 13, and I went to a buddy's house and just to hang out, and his brother was there, an older brother, and he just goes, "You guys want to go to the movies?" And I was like, "I don't have any money. I never had any money. I don't have any money." And he goes, "I'll pay for you guys." So I was like, "Sure." So we went into the city, Burlington, Vermont. That's the city, major city in Vermont, and we went to the movies, and it was Creepshow. And I'll tell you, up till that point in time, we didn't even have cable where we lived. We didn't have cable. We only had like 3 or 4 channels, and most of it was just garbage. You know, I got my dose of like MASH and all that other stuff. But other than that, there was not too much for horror movies. Every once in a while, I would catch one, like an old black and white or something, which I loved. I was glued to it. I'd watch it. So I wasn't prepared for Creepshow, and it turns out, you know, it was directed by a brilliant director. I mean, it was George A. Romero, who directed Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, what's regarded as the godfather of the zombie film genre. And I got to meet him before. I got to meet him and talk to him briefly. It was an honor. I got a picture taken with them and everything, and I'm so happy I got to meet him before he passed away. And he was really a nice guy. And when I met him, we ended up talking about mostly about the Pittsburgh Steelers, because I think they were in the Super Bowl that year. Don't ask me about all that stuff. I'm not a football person. I'm not a sports guy. I mean, I like boxing. I'll tolerate MMA, but other than that, not too much in sports. All right, so we're starting to lighten up a little bit. I think I'm going to stop to give that coat a chance to dry up a little bit. And I found the stuff dries actually pretty quick too. You know, surprisingly, it dries pretty quick. So we're gonna go ahead and let that settle. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna even go even. I'm just gonna start going with laying down the white. All right, so hang tight, guys. I hope I didn't bore you. All right, guys, and we're back. Gave this thing a chance to dry a little bit. Now I've got a lot of white here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working this white. So I'm gonna keep working on this thing, adding the white, and then I'll come back and see what it looks like. Hang tight. Alright guys, and we're back, and this is what we got so far. Okay, so what I ended up doing was, after I did the dry brush with the chip brush, I got down to a smaller brush and just put white in the tray, and then just went on focusing on the high points, like where the light would be shining on it. The nose would be the brightest, cheekbones, eyebrows, top of the forehead, top of the lip. That's where I put the concentration of white, okay, to give us this frozen look. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. And I have a white wig that we're gonna put on this thing, and I think I'm gonna put these deer antlers on here. Once I get the wig on, it's gonna be attached to the mask, and then the hair is gonna be around it, like what I did with my demon character. But now I have to focus on these teeth, and for that I'm gonna start with I take some brown and mix it with some white to make like a light khaki color, if you will, and then paint the teeth, and then start working in some white and yellows and stuff like that and bring the teeth to life, and then just do some final touch-ups, and then I think I'll be done with the paint. Then we can move on to the hair and the horns, and then we're going to do the two-part epoxy to make the teeth wet, and put the final clear coat on it, and then we'll be done. And then I'm going to tell you how you could win this thing. I hope you like it. I hope it comes out good. So we'll see here in a second. Alright guys, this is what we're starting to look like. Now, I found this wig. Actually, I got a couple of these. These were at Walmart, and it was after Halloween, and I got them for like 90% off. I'm digging a little bit. I kind of wish it was straight hair, but I think we can work with this if I put like some braids and stuff like that in it, or you know, trick out the hair a little bit. Anyways, that's his hair. Okay, and then I'm going to put these deer antlers on him. I'm going to mount those on him, and then actually before I put this on here, I picked this guy up at Big Lots, and he was like 90% off, so I just grabbed him and didn't know what I was going to use him for until now. I think I'm going to rob his hair, and I'm going to give this guy a beard and a mustache, maybe some eyebrows. I don't know, because the hair is coming down, it's kind of hiding it. I kind of like that look, you know, kind of adds to it. So we're gonna play around with it. I still got to do the clear coat on the teeth, but I think I'm gonna wait, work on this beard first. I'll come back, show you what the beard looks like, and then I'll get this hair on there. So we're getting there, guys. I hope you like it so far. All right, guys, here we are. And yeah, so I gave him a full beard, and then I give him these like bushy eyebrows. Now what I did was I cut up that wizard, I guess you could call him, cut his hair beard off, and then I take the length that I want, just using this as an example, and I want to make the edge clean so that's flat straight across. And then I take 100% silicone caulking, and I put some where I want to lay the hair, and then I take this wooden chip brush and I smooth it on and work it into the silicone all along here and then all along here, and it dries pretty quick. It starts to get tacky, and this stuff dries clear too, which is nice. And yeah, so now he's got a full beard. So that only leaves a couple of things. Now we're going to put the wig on, and after I get that position, I'm going to go ahead and attach it. But the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just give this thing a quick clear coat, just to protect the actual mask. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some two-part epoxy in here to make that look all wet. Then I'm going to attach the horn. So we're getting there, guys. Hang in there. See you in a sec. And it's done. Here we are, guys. Done in a way. Okay. Anyways, let's do a quick recap. So I took the wizard's beard, cut it up, glued it on the face for his beard. Did the same thing for the bushy eyebrows. Then I had this wig, and I cut the actual wig cap underneath so that I could make contact with the actual mask itself with the antlers, so it goes all the way through. It's actually attached to the mask, and then there's been some silicone put around there and the hair tucked in around it to finally secure it. There's been silicone put here underneath, on the sides, and then all across the back where the elastic is. So basically now this is a over the head mask, because when you take it up, everything here is attached all the way around. Okay. Now I debated on those antlers. I like the antlers. Gives them, like, you know, a forest warlock, you know, winter forest warlock, something you could run into in the woods during the winter. But I don't know about that natural color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it just the way it is, and whoever the winner is gonna get to choose whether I leave them like this or I paint it white before I send it to them. Okay, so we're gonna leave that up to you guys, whoever the winner is. Anyways, to win this mask, this could be all yours. To win this mask, the Winter Warlock, all you got to do is like this video, subscribe, and then down in the comments say enter me. Okay, even if you're already subscribed, just in this video here put in enter me. Okay, once I hit the 1,000 subscribers, then I will draw the winner and announce it, and then be sending this thing off to you after you make the choice of whether to keep the horns natural or white. I'm gonna leave that up to you. Anyways, I hope you like him. Next month is December. We're gonna start getting into Christmas, so figured I'd kind of start getting a little bit of festive with the holiday. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe, especially if you want to win this thing. And click the bell. It's going to notify you when I upload future videos, and there's so much to come. I got interviews and more builds. There's just not enough hours in the day, you know. I would love to be able to be doing this all the time, but anyways, please check out my brothers in arms, Keith from Cobwebs and Candlesticks and Vic Springston from Monster Misfits. Between the three of us, we make up the trio of terror, and those guys are building all the time, right up till next Halloween and beyond. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you so much, and until next time, peace.